So before we go through any of the tabs and how to unlock ships and stuff, I think it's really important that we just figure out how to move your ship. So at the start of the battle, if you've got multiple ships unlocked, you'll be able to choose it here. You won't spawn until the countdown reaches 0, and that's when your ship will spawn. Alright, so basic controls. I've stopped myself now, so I'm stationary. As you can see, wherever you look, that's where your ship will try to turn. Now your ship just has lots of turrets, okay? So if you shoot, no matter which direction you're looking at, when you shoot, as many turrets as possible will shoot. However, whenever you fire, it will heat up your guns, okay? And that's the circle filling up around your aiming crosshair. Alright, so basic controls, you can accelerate, right? You can afterburner, which uses up energy, which is the bar on the inside on the left. You can decelerate and go backwards, okay? So right now I'm going back at 71, which isn't very fast. You can see the asteroid on the side there. You can strafe sideways slowly using your sort of thrusters, okay? You can also roll, okay? And you can go up using spacebar as the default, or you can go down with Alt as the default. Alright, so there's a ship coming at me. I've locked them up. Now you can see the lead target indicator ahead of them. Alright. Now, going with the UI, on the bottom left you can see a red triangle. This indicates that a player is locked onto my ship. So it's this guy here, obviously, because he's trying to shoot at me. You've got a lead indicator, so make sure you always aim for that. And when you're locked on, you can fire rockets. Now the missiles do significant damage to hull, mostly. You can get EM rockets, which do more damage to shield than the rest. But for the most part, you want to take off your shields, and then hit them with a rocket to kill them, okay? Speaking, if you've got a smaller, lighter, agile ship, you don't want to just be flying straight at things, okay? You want to be using your agility to sort of, fly around them. Most people, if you fly around them in a tight circle, they'll have trouble trying to keep track of you, okay? So you want to keep track of them. You don't just want to fly straight, right? You want to use your going up and down, and maybe even go backwards and sort of roll with them, okay? So you want to make sure that you're always in a position where you can shoot them, and they're having as much trouble trying to shoot you as possible, okay? So here I'm just holding down A, S, and space, and that's making me go backwards, strafe slightly, and if I put in the Q as well, it'll add even more to his difficulty in hitting me, okay? So just flying straight, that's fine if you're on a fast ship, but just make sure you're always sort of adjusting your angle, because that lead indicator, it changes when you change direction. So if you're constantly changing direction, it's making it hard for them to hit you, okay? I will show you that with a sniper shot. When you get your sniper, you hit F to use your special ability, which is the sniper, alright? And it has a lead target when you lock targets, and you just try and shoot them. Now, as you can see, that guy turned as I shot, so I missed him, okay? It's quite hard to lead your targets when they're moving like that, and that's why I try and encourage moving a lot instead of just flying in a straight line, otherwise you will be a sitting duck, okay? Now, if I activate my special, I don't have to lead as far for that one shot. Now, I hit that guy, but he had a shield up, so it didn't do as much. Now, this guy is just sitting still. Well, now he's moving. Alright, so as you can see, this guy's in an interceptor, and he's just flying all over the place. That is very hard to hit, okay? So if you're sitting still, you're a sitting duck. If you're flying around quickly like that, changing directions, you're very hard to hit. So I'm going to try and kill this Daft Punk, because he doesn't look like he's moving all that much, okay?
Captured.
Right, so a lot of time you'll see snipers. Now they'll be stationary because they're using their special ability. That red line coming out of them, the laser pointer, indicates that he's sniping, okay? So you can often just sneak up behind them and start shooting at them. And even if they do unzoom, if you're flying around them like this, they'll have a hard time keeping you in their sights, okay? So snipers are sitting ducks at low end. I believe later on they bring buffs to the table, so they become support as opposed to just snipers. But at this level, they are just snipers. That's pretty much what they're doing. And snipers can't help with objectives. They can't capture anything because they're just sitting there sniping. So it's important to know your role. And if you do decide to pick a frigate, make sure that you're contributing to winning the combat as much as you can. Getting kills will get you points, but it often won't lead to victory. Alright, so I just want to talk about collision, hitting your teammates and asteroids and whatnot. Your shields will not protect you. See, it took a little bit of hull damage on the inside on the right bar there, okay? So you don't want to take unnecessary damage where possible. So that's how ramming works in collision in this. Alright, so you can see I've got a missile on me. That's the bottom right there. If you have flares, you can use those, or if you can fly behind an asteroid, it'll hit the asteroid and harmlessly not hurt you. Okay. Alright, so when you win a game, you get the loot screen. Basically, you get a certain amount of attempts to find loot. Okay. When you click, sometimes you find something, and for free, you get a chance to loot. Or if you fail, you get this many credits, okay? So the extra credits are basically what you get most of the time. You won't actually get the items. It is a little bit stink, they're luring you in, just trying to make you spend a little bit of money for an extra 20% chance to get that loot. But most of the time, you'll find that the chance isn't worth it. Unless the loot's epic and you really want it, I'd recommend just clicking the 10%, okay? Don't think of it as you're losing an item, think of it as you're just missing out on some bonus loot that you didn't get. So you rolled poorly and you didn't get the loot. Don't threat over it.